Hi, and welcome back. It's Friday, and the 20th of June has been a stormy one for a lot of folks. I got caught in one. Caught in one. I had to get out in one. Some significant rainfall. We'll talk about totals and look ahead in your forecast. Some folks in Paintsville and Johnson County without power after at least one utility pole suffered damage as a result of the storms, which were really packing a punch. A lot of noise, a lot of lightning, and some heavy rain and some significant winds. And if you're watching the early show, don't get caught off guard. We've got another round, very potentially affecting some viewing areas over the course of the evening. I'll outline that for you. And your weekend and week ahead, just a little tidbit for you. Tomorrow, the first official day of calendar summer, we'll call it. It also means days are going to start getting shorter from this point further. That's hard to imagine what will be here before you know it. With that said, we've got a great deal to talk about. Indictments returned by McGoffin County Grand Jury this week. Also, a stakeholders meeting in McGoffin County focusing on plans for economic development held by local government, and also funeral services, which have been announced in honor of young Jason Blair, a son, husband, father-to-be, and Johnson County fireman. We'll get to all that, a calendar, and a reminder, Relay for Life started at 6 o'clock this evening. Can't be two places at once. That's why our friend Caleb No is already headed down trying to get ahead of the weather, which may potentially flare back up this evening. Look for that report on Monday. And you've got plenty of time this evening to make it on down to North McGoffin Elementary for the annual Relay for Life. They, as always, can use your support. We wish them well. We hope the weather does indeed hold off. We'll check in on that front in just a few moments. I've got not one, but actually two agendas which were sent into the newsroom today for a special session of the Sagersville City Council. The first came in earlier. It appears to be a request on behalf of 4 councilmen who were themselves requesting a special session of the Sagersville City Council to discuss employee matters, pending litigation, unbudgeted spending, disposition of surplus property, and compliance of laws, both in regards to ethics and tourism. That meeting's set for this coming Monday, June the 23rd at 7. And then a few hours later, or a short time later, I assume, another agenda, this on behalf of the mayor, came in outlining another, or the same, special meeting, I suppose. Approval of the minutes, approval of bills, July 4th activities, Founders Day plans, discussion of the city budget. The Ethics Committee is also on this agenda as well. Executive session for discussion of other agenda items, and they're going to open up the meeting. Even though it's a special session, it appears as though for further business from the floor after executive session is adjourned. It happened in McGoffin County early yesterday morning, as I outlined for you last evening. A young man from Paintsville returning home to his family, his expecting wife and others, after a long day's work in Louisville. But for an unknown reason, he lost control of his pickup truck and was thrown from that vehicle, and thus lost his life here, only a few miles from being home and safe. And now services have been set for 24-year-old Jason Blair. Services are going to take place this Sunday in the Johnson Central Middle School Gymnasium. We're told that 24-year-old Jason M. Blair will lie in state 2 hours prior to the services. Burial will follow thereafter at the Blair Van Hoos Cemetery in Nippa in Johnson County. Friends will be able to call on the Phelps & Sons Funeral Home till 9 o'clock this evening, from 9 in the morning till 9 tomorrow for visitation, and then once again services to be held the following day, Sunday, at 1 o'clock in the Johnson Central Middle School Gym. Meanwhile, the flag continues to fly at half-staff over the W.R. Castle Fire and Rescue Department, where young Blair had been a member since the age of 16. After getting called out to a power outage while working in Louisville for Pike Electric, he got off of that late shift and decided to come on home because he didn't have to work the following day. And while traveling down the Mountain Parkway only a few miles from home, around 6 o'clock, he lost control of his pickup truck. It's still unknown as to whether or not he may have fallen asleep or for what reason he left the roadway, but the vehicle left the roadway for a period or a distance of several hundred feet, a few hundred feet at least, and overturned in a barrel roll type situation. Blair was ejected from the pickup truck, believed to not be wearing his seatbelt, and he was found deceased and pronounced at that scene a short time later. The pickup truck itself appears to have been drivable. Injuries or damage only done to the roof of the vehicle indicate that a seatbelt indeed may have rendered a different situation. Complete funeral service announcements will be coming up in just a few moments when we reach our obituaries. For now, I'll be right back.
Our teams must go immediately. It's Hot Chevrolet's triple bonus employee pricing. That means for a limited time, buy any new 2014 GM vehicle at Hot employee pricing. Plus, 1, you get to keep the rebates. 2, a free family beach vacation. And 3, get 2 years free maintenance. Triple bonus employee pricing. Only at Hutch Chevrolet Buick GMC in Paintsville, Kentucky. Or at HutchChevrolet.com.
Cruise on in your Sagersville Dairy Queen because we've got s'more for you. That's right, everybody's favorite summertime treat is back as the blizzard of the month in a cup, waffle cone, or a royal shake. And now get original Julius's and smoothies in strawberry lemonade. It's where you can always get a burger basket or fries from open to close every day, and breakfast 6 to 11 Monday through Thursday and till noon on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at your Sagersville DQ.
Remember when they invented the peanut butter cup? Bringing peanut butter and chocolate together. Pure genius. Well, the Sonom Enduro has done the same thing for wireless. Right now at Appalachian Wireless, you'll find the tough, dependable Sonom Enduro. This flip phone is great for the job or weekend warrior, but you can also access the internet and take great pictures with a 2-megapixel camera. Get it now, the best of both worlds, just like the peanut butter cup. Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Have you ever noticed how many insurance commercials and advertisements are on television nowadays? You can't watch your favorite program without seeing a little pig or green lizard trying to sell you insurance and get your money for their premiums. But let me ask you this. If you have been in a serious wreck, do you really think that you are in good hands of the insurance companies when you have lost wages, medical bills, and pain and suffering from your head to your toes? The answer is no. If you want to truly be in good hands, give me a call. I'm attorney Donald Wayne McFarland. Let me put my 20 years of experience in working to protect the rights of injured people to work for you. 349-9000.
You can be playing, relaxing, and enjoying your brand new lifestyle in just days with one call to Baker's Pool Supply. Over 38 years of professional installation at affordable prices on above-ground and in-ground swimming pools. Or if you're ready to open your pool for the season, you need a new liner, a solar cover, some parts, or the best in BioGuard chemicals or salts, Baker's is your full-service answer, serving all of Kentucky and surrounding states with complete satisfaction, and they offer financing. 800-633-7102 or bakerspoolsupply.com. Got company coming? Looking to visit Sagersville and family or just get away? Then come stay with us in one of 2 newly restored and uniquely appointed lofts over downtown, filled with history throughout. With a luxurious touch, king beds, free Wi-Fi, HD TV, and enough comfort to sleep 1 to 10 guests, book your stay at the Mortimer Lofts by emailing toreachsue@yahoo.com. Find them on Facebook or call 349-3299. Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new Magoffin Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400. Indictments returned by a sitting Magoffin County grand jury outlined for you in just a few moments. Right now, though, the Magoffin County courtroom earlier this week was the location where elected officials and both elected hopefuls along with interested citizens all came together to view a presentation given by Summit Engineering where they laid out their plans for possible economic growth for Magoffin's future. Outlined as a stakeholders meeting by the Magoffin County Judge's Office. While the updated plan covered several areas, it mainly focused on the Gifford Mountain Parkway property, which the county has purchased with the vision of developing an industrial park. Summit's representatives provided those in attendance with maps and charts regarding the development of the industrial site, and they seemed to bring to the forefront several aspects of the project that seem to, at this time, stand in the way of its completion. Some of the drawings provided a conceptual layout of the park and the speaker then went into detail about infrastructure needed to make the site usable for future industry. The pros, well, a required 3-phase electricity supply is only a half-mile away. broadband internet access is already accessible in that area. He also went on to say that there are some gas wells in the surrounding area, and it's possible to work out an agreement for gas supply from those, although he said the county would have to acquire the mineral rights on that property to have to be able to utilize that service. The biggest obstacle, though, Summit Engineering outlined, was getting water to the site.
Dauphin County water is going to be one of the largest issues. There's not sufficient excess water to the site. Currently, I think there's 100,000 gallons excess for the county. We could get 100,000 to the site, but by most standards, 100,000 excess isn't enough. Dauphin County has an exclusive agreement with Salyersville. It may be necessary to look elsewhere for some potential water for some of the surrounding communities if a large industry came in and needed excess water.
The four-laning of the Mountain Parkway is what makes this site more attractive for such development. Reportedly, during the construction of the parkway, the state anticipates it will move about, and I'm talking about construction, the four-laning project, but the state anticipates it's going to move about 1 million cubic yards of dirt during that process, and it has assured the county that it will provide 500,000 to be used as fill for the site. And Summit's representative had hoped that it might indeed end up being a little bit more than that.
Just the fill area. So our recommendation would be to do this area first, get it developed out. Next area, the area B. It is going to require a lot of fill. It needs to be determined where that fill is going to come from. There could possibly be some excess fill from construction of the interstate. The state may or may not be willing to place it up in there, but it's definitely worth asking. It's about 500,000 cubic yards. The state's going to move 1 million cubic yards as part of this project. 500,000 will go in the site, and based on our conversations with them, they don't know for sure where that extra 500,000 is going to go. So that would work out good if we can get some fill in Area B. Area C, which we talked, or Area A, which is the small hollow. It's pretty small. We could save that for phase 3. It would require a lot of earthwork in order to get the spot big enough for an industrial customer. I went through that pretty quick. Do you guys have any questions on the industrial part?
How many usable acres did you determine that you were going to end up with?
Of the 250, there's 24 acres in that field area. There's 34 total. 10 of those acres is in the floodplain. So 24 acres initially.
The interchange is proposed for when?
It should start later this fall, and we'll start construction.
Question. You said that the state would be doing the filling under that initial part there.
Yes.
Will they also be doing the compacting of the field, or will that be up to the county or whomever?
They have a standard they use for any fill off of right-of-way. It's discussed in the geotechnical report in more detail, but essentially all but the top, I believe 6 feet will be fine. We're looking at probably between up to almost 20 feet of fill on the far end. According to the geotechnical report, they're good up to that top 6 with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet standard.
Mm-hmm.
That top 6, they want to have, the geotechs want to have smaller rock in there. So that is an issue. The top 6 feet is an issue because it's above the standard for the transportation.
Okay, but there's not a commitment from the state to take care of that part, then, is what you're saying?
Not the top 6 feet.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. All but the top 6 feet will be sufficient.
Okay, thank you.
Also included in the report was findings on the workforce in Magoffin County, which listed government as being the county's biggest employer. Healthcare came in second, and retail came in third at 12%. Summit said that tourism added $4 million to our local economy last year, and it was stressed that further development of projects such as the Dawkins Rail Trail and becoming a designated trail town would do a lot to boost those numbers. Another great benefit would be to be designated a work-ready county, something that makes your site more attractive for potential industry. Moving on, calendar announcements brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau, starting off with birthday wishes. And the first, it says, I'd like to wish a happy first birthday to Ava Lynn Marshall. Today's her birthday. From her mom, dad, and all her family, a happy birthday to her. Happy 36th birthday to Tracy Stevens from Mom and Dad, Haley, Job, Gary, Misty, Larry, and lots of family with lots of wishes. Happy birthday, Tracy. Happy 36th. Happy 78th birthday to my mother, it says, Anna Mae Combs Stevens, from your daughter, Kathy Patrick, and lots of family. Happy birthday to you, Anna Mae. And happy 37th birthday to Angelia Rao from Uncle Herman and family and friends. Happy birthday, one and all. A reminder, I got to get some background music for the calendar. It's hard to go from happy to not. A reminder that the Stinson, I got to back up also. Another reminder that the Stinson United Baptist Church is having a yard sale. Tomorrow is the last day. They're going to be by the Sagersville Dairy Queen, and I think the weather might be a little more forgiving for them tomorrow. We'll talk about that on a couple of counts in a few moments when we get to the weather forecast. Last reminder, Relay for Life now. It's happening now at North McGoffin Elementary. Even if you're watching the last show, the late show, it's happening now. So you've got plenty of time to make it down and support our survivors and their loved ones as well. We also have a camera there, and we'll have a report for you on Monday. If you see Caleb out and want to talk, be sure and give him a few thoughts about Relay for Life. The McGoffin County Head Start program is registering now. Kids 3 to 4 years of age, if you want to give your child a head start, call the Head Start office in McGoffin County at 349-3488 or come by. As we covered earlier at the top of the program, but one last reminder, the Sagersville City Council has a special call meeting set for Monday at 7 p.m. That meeting, of course, open to the public. And I've got one more for you, and it's next week as well from our friends over at the Water into Wine Food Pantry over at the Lakefront Church of God. They're having a food box distribution this coming Wednesday, the 25th, 8:30 till 3. They break for lunch and to kind of regroup from 11:30 to 12:30, but they'll be there from 8:30 till 3 this coming Wednesday. That's Water into Wine over on Route 30 at the old Middle Fork Elementary School. For birthdays, anniversaries, and calendar announcements, this is how you get them to us. And that doesn't include, but you can always, drop them off here at the newsroom on East Maple Street in Sagersville. Turning to funeral services for this June 20th, we have services to be held in honor of 24-year-old Jason N. Blair of Painesville, who passed away yesterday in McGoffin County. Survived by his parents, Obie Neal Blair and Molly Van Hoos Blair, his wife, Jessica Henrik Blair, and unborn daughter, Tegan, as well as brother Paul and sister Sabrina Hayden. Services are going to be held in Jason's honor this Sunday at 1 at the Johnson Central Middle School Gymnasium. He'll lie in state 2 hours prior to services. Burial will follow at the Blair Van Hoos Cemetery at Nippa. Friends can call on the Phelps & Son Funeral Home in Paintsville till 9 this evening, 9 in the morning till 9 tomorrow, and then, of course, services to be held once again Sunday at 1 in his honor at the Johnson Central Middle School Gymnasium. I have an in loving memory asked to be said this evening in loving memory of Wanda Gasparic on what would have been her birthday, with a great deal of love and remembrance from her sister Brenda. And I also have one more with great apologies. This was in my email days ago, and to my knowledge, it was not read when asked. But it was asked to have been said in loving memory of Adam Salyer and what would have been his 40th birthday. This was dated June 16th, and indeed, if this is the first time that we are announcing this on the program, a great deal of apologies to Adam's family.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Sagersville National lets you go mobile with their new banking app. That's right, you can view your account and balance, transfer money, pay bills, and yes, deposit checks right from your phone from wherever you are. Just download the Sayersville National Bank app on your Android, iPad, iPhone, or other device. Any phone that can connect to the internet has the capability, and you can start saving time and money today with Sayersville National Bank's new mobile app. Wherever you are, we're there for you at Sayersville National Bank. Just as warm and as inviting as the colors of spring are the smiles of those who offer long-term nursing care needs and short-term rehabilitation, all with a standard of excellence and a tradition of caring. At your home away from home, Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Brand new to the viewing area, but a family-owned power sports business since 1964. M&M Power Sports on New 460 in Staffordsville is loaded with Kawasaki and Polaris ATVs and side-by-sides and savings, rebates, and financing to put you in control of your next adventure with parts, accessories, a full test riding facility on site, and professional service for every make and model at Kentucky's Power Sports Authority. M&M Power Sports on New 460 in Staffordsville. Frito Rocks is more than just gravel. They've got mulch in red, brown, and black, river rock in 4 different sizes, new rainbow rock for an entirely new landscape feature, metal and double wall plastic pipe, masonry sand, and rock, every size from DGA to 57s to Class 2 and 3. And they have delivery and excavation and dozer services. And special hours Monday through Friday, 4:30 till 9 p.m. and Saturdays 9 till 4. For orders, call Frito Rocks on Route 7 at 496-7776. Enjoy your fun in the summer sun even more with festive settings of the season from the seasonal shop that look good enough to eat themselves. Monogrammed and summer flags of every shape, size, and shade of summer, and other ways to say, welcome, friends. And just in, new and already classic designs by Ethel and Myrtle, ladies, all at Frazier's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop, just down from the drugstore and the Radio Shack. Premier Auto is all about what's here and now. A 2011 Camry, now $13,950. A 2013 Optima, now $19,450. An 011 Kia Soul, just $15,950. And a Dare to Compare 2011 GMC Sierra, $13,950 at Premier Auto in Paintsville. Wheel alignments, oil changes, brakes, suspension work, and tires. Thousands of tires by all the major manufacturers, all in stock and at incomparable prices. All backed with 33 years of service and experience, the area's largest tire selection, and 6 months no interest at Conley's in Paintsville. Indictments returned by a City of McGoffin County grand jury yesterday deal with items of possession of a forged instrument, an individual from Breathitt County passing bad checks, also a couple of theft indictments related to a couple of cases that we've already reported on, and also a McGoffin County man charged with sexual abuse in regards to acts performed reportedly or allegedly on a child under the age of 12. Bobby Brewer of Quicksand in Jackson, Kentucky, indicted on a charge of criminal possession of a forged instrument, reportedly passing a check that was no good at Classic Donuts here in McGoffin County. This case opened by Sayersville Police. McGoffin County Police, the Sheriff's Department tells me, they also have a warrant in the name of Bobby Brewer in regards for also possession of a forged instrument. This for a check that he passed at another business in Royalton. Authorities are trying to find him to execute this indictment warrant and the other warrant at this hour. 2 men have been indicted on theft charges related to cases that I've already reported to you on. Both indicted on charges of stealing a significant amount of jewelry from McGoffin County residents. The first is Martin Scott Combs of Sayersville, indicted on a charge of theft by unlawful taking over $500 for acts that are related to the 26th day of February of this year for stealing jewelry belonging to a Helen Combs and Minnie Johnson. We believe that Combs is already lodged in the Pike County Detention Center, according to statements by local police, in relation to theft charges for jewelry taken from a Pike County jewelry store that was also discovered during the same case that has resulted in this indictment warrant. Also indicted in the case is Michael Shane Patrick of Sayersville. He, too, indicted on a charge for theft by unlawful taking for stealing, allegedly, the jewelry from Combs and Johnson. And lastly, this evening, Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Mark Minix is a case of sodomy in the first degree after the McGoffin County sitting grand jury returned an indictment. It says that on or around the 14th day of February of this year, he engaged in a deviant sexual act of intercourse with a person less than 12 years of age. Mark Benix's last known address was Allen Drive in Sagersville, according to the indictment information. And wrapping it up with your Licking Valley RACC forecast, like I said at the top of the program, if you're enjoying the sun and clear skies now, it is, well, it's just a lie. It's a temporary situation. Let's put it that way. We are in for another round of showers and thunderstorms. By the time they reach us, I'm hoping their intensity will start to wane, as we'll see a little bit of energy in the atmosphere start to go in the downward direction, if you will. But we still have another round of showers and possibly some good thunderstorms coming in the next few hours if you're catching the early program. So be on the lookout for them. We're also hoping that they'll spare our friends down at the Relay for Life. And I think that 70% chance of scattered showers and storms is, pretty much a formality. We're going to see some more. The intensity is the only question that we have. We'll also see skies continue to be mostly cloudy tonight, with a low of 66. We topped out at 92 today here at the newsroom. Temperatures, though, are going to start to, as the first day of summer arrives tomorrow, temperatures are going to start to fall. Into the 80s will fall. And then we're going to stay there for a while. And we're still going to be stuck in the same old stormy pattern day after day after day as far as the forecast goes. Tomorrow, your Saturday looks like this. Partly sunny. We'll see some patchy fog in the morning. We'll see a 30% chance of showers and storms tomorrow. Not quite as volatile as it was today. And temperatures not quite as heated either. 84. It sounds like a good trade to me. And we're going to hopefully avoid some of those showers and thunderstorms, at least the most severe of which. Sunday, mostly sunny. 86. Some patchy fog once again with all the moisture. A chance of storms late. Sunday looks to be dry and calm. That chance of storms is very small, and it's very, very late. I like Sunday more than I do Saturday. Monday, well, no one likes Mondays. This one looks to be 87 for the high, 69 for the low, mostly sunny, and you can just count on a 30 to 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms each and every day. A little sun, some clouds across the board. That's just the pattern we're going to be stuck in for the days on end. And as far as the forecast goes, and I really do suspect even a bit further than that, good time to be an umbrella salesman. With that, thank you all for being a part of the program. We hope to see you back here Monday for Relay for Life and more. For now, have a good, safe, and enjoyable weekend, and watch the weather forecast.